Hi guys! Today we're going to do some experiments with dry ice. My name's Elise. This is my friend
Sadie.
And this is
Marissa.
So today, before we get started, let me just explain the supplies that you need. So all we have is just a basic bowl with some warm water. To add to the cool Halloweeny effect, you can do a cool little container. We have a little cauldron here. We have our dried ice in there. Some just regular dish soap, and then some more hot water there. So also we want to mention some safety features here. Make sure you guys have your gloves on here, and then safety goggles. And we have some tongs to make sure that you're not touching the dried ice directly with your hands because it is very, very cold. Alright, it's time for goggles. Alright, so Marissa, why don't you start us off?
Okay, so I'm going to just add, this is just plain old dry ice, and we're adding it to just plain old hot water here. Actually, do you want to color it? This will be a little fun here. So this is just green food coloring, just for fun. Add a couple drops in there and swirl it around. Isn't that cool? Alright. And you don't even need that much, you just need a few pieces of dry ice. And as you can see, it starts to bubble and create this smoke. So what happens is, matter can be in three states. It can be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. This effect here is called sublimation. And what happens is the hard, dry ice skips the liquid state and goes directly to a gas. So these pieces of ice turn into this gas. And dry ice is actually just solid CO2. So this gas coming out is just CO2, and all this smoke is coming just from those little blocks of ice. And Sadie, actually, you want to hold out your hand? So the gas itself is actually harmless. You want to hold out your hand? I'm going to pour out some CO2. And CO2, actually, CO2 is carbon dioxide. So there's one carbon and two oxygens. That's why it's called carbon dioxide. Isn't that awesome? Alright, so now what do we have next?
Next, we are going to do an experiment with our cauldron. So we are going to pour some of the warm water into our cauldron here.
All of it?
And we are going to add a tiny bit of our dish soap.
Yep, just a little bit. Don't need that much. Swirl it around.
Swirl it around just a bit. And what I have here is our cloth string here. Now what we need to do with this is we need to cap off the cauldron there. So before we do that, we have to dip it in some dish soap.
Why is it like that?
Because that's a bubble.
Get it nice and soapy.
Dry ice smoke.
You can wring it out. Okay. Now we're going to plop our dry ice right here in the bucket.
Alright, is everyone ready? You ready, Sadie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to have like this. And there come the bubbles. Go ahead, let's pop it.
Ready?
What happens when you pop it?
Is there more coming?
Yeah, look. Go ahead, pop it. Whoa.
Yeah, keep going. That's awesome. Is a bubble experiment. So what we need, we have our dry ice going in our water. So we need hot water that makes that releases the gas better, and so you have more smoke to play with. And then this is just a solution of a little bit of dish soap and water. And we stir that up a little bit. And this we're going to need a surface to blow our bubbles on. Do you want to explain what we have here?
So this is our little tube contraption. All you need is a basic tube funnel and a plastic cup that has a hole through it so the tube can go on the other end there.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna hold that end, and I will hold this end.
And we're going to connect this to our bubbling.
Oh no. Pop the really cool.
Now, with the bubbles dropping on the soapy surface like that, it keeps them together so that they don't pop.
Same thing you can do with your hand, as long as your hand is covered in the soap.
You can add it right in your hand. And then, as soon as you touch it with a dry hand, with anything that's not soapy, they pop.
Just like that.